West Carrollton. Take a closer look.
On behalf of the West Carrollton City Council and city staff, thanks to all of you for joining us today to celebrate the culmination of a successful community partnership. Today's demolition event is an attempt to recognize a new beginning for a parcel located in a very visible key intersection in our community. Today would not be possible without our help from the partners at the county, which allocated grant funds to assist with the 2 phases of demolition. As you can see, phase 1 of the demolition, the underground storage tank removal has already been completed last month by Plant Priority Services under the direction of Mike O'Rourke. The next phase will be coordinated by B&B Wrecking Services, led by Brian Ballman, who's here today to help us get the ball rolling, and we appreciate your assistance. I would like to recognize the hard work of several people who did the legwork on this project, including Tawana Jones, Montgomery County Development Specialist, as well as West Carrollton staff members, including Mike Lucking, Economic Development Director, Greg Gaines, the City Planner, and Carl Innerman, the Chief Code Enforcement Officer. I think we also should be remiss if I didn't say the City Manager, Brad Townsend, too, because without his leadership, this wouldn't have happened. Montgomery County Commissioners Dan Foley and Debbie Lieberman are here today. And Commissioner Foley, would you like to say a few words?
Hey, Dan. Good. How are you? Good.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Sometimes it's good to knock stuff down. It's a feeling of completion, right? Particularly when it needs to happen. Commissioner Debbie Lieberman is here with me, and on behalf of Commissioner Lieberman and Commissioner Dodge, we just want to say thanks as well to Carolyn Rice, as our county treasurer, who's been involved with the land bank partnership here, and certainly the mayor and the city council. This is the kind of project that is good because it removes blight, and this community has such good bones. With the county's been fortunate to help, obviously, with this project. We, as the mayor said, we put about $150,000 in community development block grant money. But I think what you're starting to see in West Carrollton is, with this project and the Fraser Paper project just down the road, and the river and great restaurants like El Masan, I mean, this community really, I think, is poised for some great things in the future. And we are pleased that we are able to put, again, community development block grant money here. We get about $1.7 million a year in that fund, and we have to try to prioritize that money for the best return on investment. And I think I speak for Commissioner Lieberman today when I say that we feel like this is a heck of a return on investment for this money. I do want to say that the Trump administration has proposed cutting the CDBG program. And there's bipartisan support for this program, and I just encourage everyone to kind of reach out to your member of Congress, your senator, because this is money that we could not replicate, and this is money that we need when you're trying to put together community partnerships to remove blight and to also improve the economy. So I would make that pitch that if everybody can reach out to our members of Congress to kind of say to them, look, without this money, this project it would have been a heck of a lot tougher, that's for sure. So on behalf of the county commissioners, we just want to say thanks for the work, Carolyn, obviously the land bank, the city, everybody who had a role in this, and we can't wait to watch part of this building move away. And I want to end by saying thanks to Fred Mancher, to Roy, to Richard from Kettering Health. The investments that you make in this community every day employ people, and that also really we're thankful for the investments that you make because you provide great health care and also employ our neighbors. So let's give a big round of applause to Kettering Health. Thank you.
Dan, thank you very much. Not only is this great for West Carrollton, but it's good for the county, too. I appreciate your comments. We have several guests from the land bank today. I would like to invite Montgomery County Treasurer Carolyn Rice to get up and say a few words if you would. And we also have Executive Director Michael Grauman here. I'd like for you, if you would, explain a little bit about the land bank.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, and I will keep it to a few words. I take that wholeheartedly. We are very, very excited. On behalf of the Land Bank, we have several members of the board here. Debbie Lieberman, Commissioner Lieberman, Sheila Crane is here, and our raise your hand, Sheila. And Mike Grau-Wellman, who is the executive director, and Susan Considine from the Land Bank are here. Mike's not going to speak, but I will give some very brief remarks. Okay, so the Land Bank was an idea. I've been in office now 10 years, and one of the first challenges that I faced was the blight and all the delinquent, vacant, abandoned properties. And one of the first ideas that came my way was this new idea called the Land Bank. We had land banks, but now this is this more robust, aggressive form of land bank. And what it is a land bank is a public nonprofit that is given by Ohio Revised Code the option to acquire vacant and abandoned properties, manage them, demolish them, turn them around. So they go from ugly and a drag on the community to positive and producing taxes for the community and uplifting the quality of life and the whole neighborhood stabilization and all of those good things. We fought hard for it. We had to first fight for the law back in 2008, 2009. Then we had to fight to be eligible. And so Montgomery County was the fourth land bank, I believe, created in the state of Ohio. So for someone who's been there since day one, and I know Debbie's been since day one as well, this is very exciting for us to see the dream and the vision that we have come to fruition when we see something ugly. First, in West Carrollton, it was the Fraser paper mill, and now every time I drive by, I get a smile on my face because I remember what it was like, and now it has so much possibilities. And we'll look at this, and it had its day and its time, and now it's going to have a new bright future with Kettering, bringing jobs and lots of economic activity here. So all of us on the board are so excited that we got to play a role in making this happen. And so we're always going to have a smile on our face when we drive through West Carrollton and see what it was and what it will become. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to participate. This is exciting. Thank you.
This property was previously owned by Debbie Fletcher Earth, who is here today, and I want to make sure we recognize you, Debbie, for your participation in this. And I would like to conclude by recognizing the future occupants of this property, Kettering Health Network. Fred Mansure, CEO of the Kettering Health Network, Roy Chu, President of Kettering Health Network, and Richard Haas, Senior Vice President. All have played integral roles in getting us to this point. And I'd like to ask if anyone from the network would like to say a few words.
Well, thank you, Mayor. And I hear this train at times way all the way in Kettering, and I wonder, where is the train? Now I know. It's right. I hear that blowing at night, and I have the window down, and I say, where is this train? All right, well, we're hearing it now. Well, thank you, Mayor, for welcoming us. I must say it's been quite a week, quite a month. Richard just pushes and pushes, and Roy the same. But we're so glad to be here. West Carrollton is special to us. It's a community that we believe in, a community that in our mission statement is we improve the quality of care in the communities in which we serve. And this is one of those communities that we feel has an importance for us. And so it's good to have friends, I've learned, and as many friends as you can have, because sometimes those friends will come up with ideas. And being with Debbie and John, Debbie says, Fred, I've got a dream. And I said, really? What kind of dream would that be? Mine sometimes are nightmares, not dreams. She says, I've got a piece of property that is in a prime location, and it definitely has some real potential. She says, would you have any use for something such as that? Now, always a lot of times what comes to my mind is, what's this going to cost me? And fortunately, she says, I'm not trying to sell it to you, Fred. I said, oh, thank you, Debbie. And secondly, she says, I've got a long relationship with Kettering, and if there was use for it that was meaningful for the community of West Carrollton, this would be special for us to be able to donate to your institution, your organization. So I called Richard. I said, Richard, let's go for a drive. We came out here, drove around, sat, parked, looked, viewed, and I never miss a good bakery, so we had to go into the bakery. The night before, we'd already been to El Maison, so we didn't want to overdo that, you know. So we said, you know, this is like home for us anyways. And so I went back to Debbie and I said, Debbie, if we can come up with a creative way, I'll get Richard working on this. And I know that Richard has worked with many of you. And I appreciate Mayor and the city manager and everybody else, the land bank, everybody else, the county, for participating and making this a possibility. Sometimes you have to take a lemon and you make lemonade out of it. This was lemonade at one time, but times go by. And we've been knocking down buildings recently. And now here's one that we believe can be an asset to us. This is a diamond in the rough, actually, right here. Okay, this is, it's interesting. A property that we just purchased not long ago, we took down the motel. This thing had been for sale for years. When we took it down, leveled the playing field, and came up with about 13 to 15 acres out of it, everybody wanted it. That was the Prestige place over off of, yeah, I mean, you think about that whole area, that motel, the same thing's going to happen here. And we're going to take this and make this diamond, we're going to polish it up, and you're going to be proud of what we will be able to accomplish, not only for the community, for the residents, but I believe you must have a payroll tax here too, don't you? Yes, okay, good, of course. I don't know why I asked, but you know, but I just wanted in, you know. And you know, in healthcare, we bring our physicians, we bring our very high-end technical people in here. It'll help with the payroll tax even side of it, and we'll be happy to be participants. And so, anyways, again, being faith-based, I always got to end with this. There's spirituality in your life, family, and work. And folks, please remember that. I know we're having an opiate problem right now in our communities. We've got to bring some spirituality in that. You've got to tie tight with a family, and then we've got to provide jobs for people. And that's what it's all about. We pull that all together. We're in one great country. So God bless each of you. And thank you, Mayor, for allowing me a few moments. And thank you for letting us into your community to be a true partner.
Thank you.